Yes, villagers. Today we're going to be talking about 4 things that you can gain from fasting. If you want to find out if your view is reflected among the 4, you are in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome to our village. If you're a returning villager, welcome as well. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. We must believe more than we see. All around the world, there are people who fast in different religions and for different reasons. But we're going to talk about 4 gains that you can get. Gain number 1, clarity of mind. Whenever you fast, you stop eating or limit your eating for a certain period of the day and then maybe eat one meal or depending on the parameters of the fast. But what it does is it focuses your attention on other things that are being done, other things that are going on throughout the day. And the fact that you are not focusing on food, you'd be surprised the amount of things that you can focus in on when you are not focusing on food. So much of our existence comes from what are we going to eat? Who are we going to go out with? What are we going to snack on? Is that Starbucks over there? Let me get some of that. Is that Dunkin' Donuts over there? Let me get some of that. You'd be surprised how much time and effort and energy that is spent on food. When you automatically know that you're not eating for a particular time, you don't think about that, and now you have more time to accomplish other things. Gain number 2. Direction. If you are seeking direction, this is the time now for you to focus in on what it is that you are supposed to be doing, what it is that you would like to do, what type of goals for you to focus in on. When we always talk about, I don't have time for this or I don't have time for that, this is a time for you to reclaim all of the time that you say you don't have, because now you have time because you're not spending time on food. People who fast have often talked about how their spiritual antennas are up and they are hyper aware of so many things that they may not have been aware of during the time before the fast. This is the time for you to take some of that energy and move it forward towards the progression of some of those goals that you said you didn't have time for. Gain number 3, discipline. It is very difficult to get anything worth keeping without having discipline. Discipline almost makes everything better if we are able to do it. But discipline is hard for us to get. But with fasting, it gives us an opportunity to start the practice of discipline. Knowing that we are not going to eat during a certain time has us starting that practice of discipline. Now, we may not get things correct the first go round, but as we continue to try, we start to lead a more disciplined life and start to get used to achieving the goals that were required by our discipline. That becomes a win because that gets addictive. Once you start to acquire one goal through discipline, it starts to put other goals in reach for you to attain. Gain number 4, increase spirituality. Now, whether you are religious or consider yourself to be religious, most people speak about their spiritual antennas opening up. Now, when you are fasting, it is just you and God. And you get an opportunity to commune with God in ways that you were never able to do so before because you had different distractions that may have stopped you. During this time, you get an opportunity to focus in on yourself. You get to learn yourself. You get to learn new things about yourself, about some of your thresholds, about some of that discipline that we just spoke about. You learn so many different things about yourself during that time, but you also learn a lot about God. And this is the time for you to be still and know that God is God and allow Him to speak to you in a way that you may not get distracted as you might have had you not turned down your plate. The benefits of fasting are vast, but I think about the story in Mark 9:29 when the disciples were trying to cast out a demon and they were not able to do it no matter how hard they tried. And then when Jesus came, he was able to do it with ease. And they asked him, they said, well, how were you able to do that which we were not able to do? And his response was, some things come through fasting and praying. So when you are fasting, make sure that you pray as well. The two usually augment each other, and it gives you a huge boost in you achieving certain goals that you may be trying to do in life and may not have been able to do. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you want to know when I post, which is Wednesday, and I apologize for last Wednesday, click on that notification bell. You get that ding on your phone, and you know that a new video is waiting for you. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. I'll see you next week. I'll see you then.